Hey everyone, so I just wanted to do a review on these controllers that I recently bought. Well, yeah, I guess they're really basically the same controller, just different colors. Yeah, so we've got a purple one here, see-through purple, and then we have a see-through green. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and open up the purple one. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, so this is a TeknoGame branded controller. And yeah, I actually just bought this at a local game store. And so, yeah, I'm just interested to see how this performs because I've tried other third-party controllers for the Nintendo 64, and a lot of times the buttons work pretty good, but the control stick is kind of a hit or miss on these third-party options. And so, yeah, I'm very interested to see if this one works well, because I mean, on the front here, yeah, like you can see here, it says precision analog controller. So, yeah, I guess that sounds pretty good. The guy that sold it to me, he said that it seemed to work pretty good for him, and he even said that it would probably hold up, the control stick would hold up longer than the official Nintendo 64 control stick. So, yeah. But he said that he did take one of these apart and that the mechanism inside is pretty similar to the official one. So, but hopefully it won't have as much the grinding plastic on this inside bulb. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the packaging is really nice. I really like the packaging here. I'll leave links to these controllers, by the way, on Amazon. You can check those out, they're affiliate links. Okay, alright. Oh, wow, okay. Ooh. Well, that is very interesting. Okay. Wow, okay. So, yeah, I mean, so first off, it feels great. Like, the buttons, feel really good. It feels pretty similar to an official Nintendo 64 controller. The control stick is different. And yeah, and you can tell, you can see it on here. Yeah, you're not going to get any flaking out of here because it's completely blocked off. Yeah, whereas the other one, it would actually, like, there's just like a little bulb that's like holding in there and it spins around on plastic. This is very different. And another thing too is that the gate around here is, looks like it's just a complete, like just a regular octagon instead of, I mean, I guess the original 64 controller is also an octagon, but like, let me just grab a regular 64 controller and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the original Nintendo 64 controller. You see the Nintendo logo on there. This one doesn't say Nintendo. I think this is probably the color that they were trying to emulate too, by the way, and I guess we can kind of look at the color a little bit. So this color does look a little different than this one. But yeah, it's pretty close, Yeah, they're both kind of purplish, purple-bluish. Yeah, I assume this is what they're trying to emulate. Maybe there's another color of original controllers that better match this. But yeah, but either way, it's still pretty close. But anyway, yeah, you can see on this original stick how it's kind of open down there. You can actually kind of see into the controller. You can also see all this dust in here. That's the plastic that when this moves, when you move it, when you use it a lot, then this gets super, wiggly. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably will aware of this problem. But anyway, one thing about this gate, though, so you can see it's still an octagon, but it's kind of shaped a little differently. So you can see on the original controller, it's almost like the bottom and top are shorter than the sides, lengthwise. Whereas this one, everything is just even, kind of like a GameCube controller. So, in fact, I'll show you a GameCube controller real quick. Or even better yet, I'll show you a 64 controller that has a GameCube style control stick replacement. So this is another mod I did. Yeah, you can see on here the octagon is also, it's just like the sides are the same length as the top and bottom. So anyway, this TeknoGame controller is more similar to this. Let's just kind of see. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty similar as far as like resistance and stuff. Although so these GCN N64 style control sticks, you can get these for like $10 on like Amazon and stuff. And to tell you the truth, the ones that you can buy, just regularly, they actually don't. The precision isn't really that good. It gets the job done, but it's way too sensitive. This one though is actually a custom mod that I did, so this one actually is pretty awesome. It actually feels like the GameCube sensitivity, so the way you would expect it to be. Yeah, it's kind of an intense mod that I did. Yeah, it works great now. So anyway, I'm hopeful though that this will work well. Now, one other thing too I haven't mentioned yet is that it's kind of funny because you can see that there are notches for the different directions, and like on this stick, like if I spin it around, let's see if you can hear this. Like you can hear them hitting all those notches. You can feel it too. And so like when you hold here, like it actually fits inside the notch. Whereas this one, like there's notches there, but they're just there for show because, yeah, it's just a circle. It's just going around in a circle. So yeah, So it's not really going into those notches. Yeah, hopefully that shows up here, but. Anyway, it just feels it's more like a Switch Pro controller or a Switch Joy-Con. So like one of these controllers. So you can see on here, yeah, there's no notches on these, Switch controllers either. So anyway, that's what this replacement feels like, which, could be a good or bad thing depending on your preferences. But yeah, anyway, yeah, as far as like build quality and stuff goes, it feels pretty similar to an original 64 controller. The buttons feel pretty similar, and yeah, the stick obviously on this one feels a lot better than these wiggly ones. We'll have to see how it fares against this custom one that I have here. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it feels like. Okay, finally got my camera set up. I left my small tripod at a friend's house, so anyway. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so here's the TeknoGame controller. So yeah, let's go ahead and try plugging this in. Yeah, I have my camera set up in a very strange way, so if it falls over, I'm just gonna apologize in advance, and I'll just pause the video and fix it. Okay, so yeah, so looking here at the cable length, the cable length seems like it's about the same as a regular Nintendo 64 controller. I think on the box it said it was 6 feet. Let's see how that fares against a regular Nintendo 64 controller. I bet it's the same. Let's see. No, it's actually slightly shorter. You can see it's about. So here's the TeknoGame controller, and then here's the official one. So yeah, the Tekno one is maybe like 7 inches shorter. It's probably isn't that big of a deal, but anyway, it is worth noting. All right. Okay, let's see how it feels when we try to plug it into the system here. Sometimes these third-party controllers they're a little tight. This one actually doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, this one actually doesn't feel terribly bad. Yeah. Yeah, I have a like the Tribute. The Tribute controller is like really hard to unplug. Yeah, there's something with that controller. Does not want to be unplugged. Yeah, this one doesn't feel as smooth as the first party one, but it's definitely better than that Tribute controller. So yeah, it's definitely, you do have to give it some pull. And who knows, maybe it's because it's brand new, and I'm sure this one has been unplugged and plugged in a bunch more times, so maybe that'll get better over time. But yeah, anyway, I guess usually you just have it plugged in. So, all right, that feels like a pretty good firm connection there. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of games here we're going to try out. I think the first one we'll do is kind of try to tiptoe around here on Super Mario 64. I believe I bought this for like $3 back in the day. That was back when people would trade in 64 games and the stores, they just wanted to get rid of them because they were so abundant. It's hard to find prices like that nowadays, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is on channel 14. It's because I was broadcasting before. All right.
It's me, Mario!
Turn down the volume a little bit. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to turn this down so we can see the controller better. Alright, well, it definitely seems, at least on this page, it seems like it's a little sensitive. So let me fix this real quick. Okay, there we go. Just some of the camera settings. Yeah, we'll put this in mono since this TV only has a mono speaker on it. Alright, well, let's see what this feels like. Actually running around here. So first off, just running around full speed. Actually feels pretty good. Yeah, I actually really like the feeling of this. Yeah, not having the octagonal gates, it actually feels really nice. So I said before it was kind of based on personal preference. If you like the octagonal gates of the original controller, or if you like, just the smooth gates of like a PlayStation controller or a Nintendo Switch controller. I kind of like the smooth feeling, to tell you the truth. I kind of prefer that, but definitely not opposed to the octagonal gate. But anyway, yeah, this smooth feeling though, this TeknoGame controller is actually pretty nice. And yeah, running around full speed, it feels pretty good. I don't really feel any hiccups, and yeah, it seems like the other buttons are working pretty good too. C button's working. Yeah, definitely feels pretty good. Let's see, oh yeah, L doesn't do anything on this part. Yeah, start works. Okay, so now let's do our tiptoeing test. So let's see. This might make things look a little. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just press slightly, and let's just like test the dead zone on here. So, oh wow, that is impressive, man. This thing has almost 0 dead zone, which is like the original controller. If you have a good controller that's in really good condition, there's like 0 dead zone on these sticks, from my experience anyway. So yeah, this feels really good. Let's see what the sideway motion feels like. Yeah, pretty good too. Yeah, I think. Wow, yeah, I'm actually very impressed with this stick so far, and it feels very smooth. Like not even like scratchy at all. I would almost say it almost feels even better than like the Nintendo Switch Online Nintendo 64 controller. That control stick. Yeah. I mean, the sensitivity on this is pretty awesome, I must say. At least on this Mario 64. We'll test out Mario Kart as well. Yeah, because sometimes racing going back and forth can kind of cause other issues. Which, yeah. Anyway, in fact, let's go ahead and turn on Mario Kart 64 right now and see what that's like. Take out Mario 64. So yeah. I think what we'll do is I'll put the games that have a good review, I'll put them over here, or like that have a good experience with this controller, I'll put them on the right side, and if we find any games that have a bad experience, I'll put them over here on the left side. So, alright, anyway, let's go ahead and try out Mario Kart. Yeah, if this controller really is as good as it appears to be so far, then yeah, I definitely would recommend it. So we'll see what happens.
Select your player.
Yeah, I mean, the control stick feels very tight. I'd be interested to see if it wears down after a while, but yeah, I mean, so far it feels great. And the thing with this controller is it only cost, well, so at my local store it costs like 17 or 18 bucks. On Amazon I think it ranges between 17 and like 20 bucks, somewhere around there. Yeah, let's see what it feels like on here with this. Yeah, oh yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, look at this, I'm able to make fine like movements in racing. Yeah, this is very impressive. I'm very impressed. I'm actually now, I was worried about buying two of these because I feel like I've been burned so many times with these third-party controllers where the sensitivity is just off. But yeah, I mean, this even feels better. If you saw my other video I did with the Brawler 64, you know, I think a lot of people have heard of the Brawler 64, you know, and I think a lot of people would buy that over this. But yeah, to tell you the truth, the stick on this feels way better than the Brawler 64. I am very impressed with this stick right now. So anyway, yeah, all right. Well, I think we can safely say that Mario Kart is a go. Oh, and you know what? Now that we're here, so on the box it says it's compatible with the Rumble Pack. I didn't say, and maybe I just didn't look close enough. I didn't see controller pack compatibility, but let's go ahead and try out the controller pack on Mario Kart 64 and see if we can read that and read our ghost data. Okay, so I turned off the 64. Not sure if you're supposed to turn off before you plug these in, but I guess you probably didn't have to. I didn't have to, but anyway, let's be safe. All right. Okay, well, it's definitely a very nice fit in there. Yeah, and it unplugs really well, too. Yeah, it feels really good. All right. I mean, yeah, so far so good. Okay, let's go ahead and see if this reads anything. Yeah, this control pack should still have battery. If you saw my video I did a few months ago or a few weeks ago, where I tested the battery on it, it was still working, so... I mean, I guess it probably still working. Let's go to data and see if we have ghost data. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember how you check ghost data, actually. Is it on this screen, or do you have to go into trials? Whoops. I think you might have to go into trials, actually. Not too far. Let's go to trials real quick. Insufficient free space available. Oh, brother. Okay. I thought I had this control on here, but let's see if there's anything saved on here. Okay. I thought this was the control pack, but okay, hold on. Let's go into the... I'll fix this real quick, hold on. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess this is actually good enough. Just looking at this, you can see here's my Hydro Thunder and my Battle Tanks save data, so... Anyway, let's just erase this Hydro Thunder one, I guess. Let's see. Select with the control stick. Okay, yeah, so now it's... Alright. So now we should be able to go to end here. And now we should be able to save our ghost data. So yeah, I mean, so far it hasn't come back saying, like, corrupted data or anything, so... Be a fast character. Okay, so right now there's no ghost data, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this race. See how fast Donkey Kong is. Wow, yeah, just playing with this. Man, I wish that this was the controller Nintendo originally made. This control stick. And I don't know if it's just because it's new again. If it starts to wear out a lot after I've used it a lot, I'll make an update video showing that. But yeah, at least right here, new out of the box, yeah, this thing feels really, really amazing. I am very, very impressed with this TeknoGame controller. So anyway, go ahead and finish this race. Alright. Okay. Nice. This time was the last thing. Okay, so it should let us save the ghost data. So save ghost, creating Mario Kart 64 game data. Great. Okay, Saving ghost data. Alright, so that should be good. So now if we go to replay, there should be a ghost Donkey Kong that's here driving by us. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Although it is cool you can do a replay, but what I meant to do was retry. Okay, so this should have a ghost Donkey Kong. Let's see if I... Yep, there he goes. Nice. Okay, so yeah, it seems like the ghost data is working. Just to double check, let's turn off the 64. Turn it back on. We should still have that ghost data there. I just want to... I try to find like edge cases and make sure it's all working. Yeah, you can see here now it is showing ghosts where it wasn't before. So yeah, it's saving everything. So yeah, great. Memory card is working. So yeah, we can definitely say that Mario Kart 64 can go here in the good game pile. Nice. All right. Well, next, let's go ahead and test out. I guess let's test out a different kind of racing game. Let's test out this one, Diddy Kong Racing. And I don't remember if this game has a Rumble feature, but I'm going to plug in a Rumble pack. Actually, you know what? We'll save the Rumble pack for a game that I know has it, just so we, yeah, be sure. But yeah, I'm just interested to try out this racing game real quick. See what we can get to turn on. I haven't played this for a while. Blow on it, since apparently that's the best way to clean these cartridges. Well, not really, but it does seem to help. Alright, hold on, let me figure this out. Okay, there we go. Third blow's a charm, I guess. Okay, I'll pause the video while you actually get into a race. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's just see what this kind of feels like. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah. I feel like I'm able to make fine movements on here. Yeah, really no complaints, I must say. Yeah. I don't know if this game is as sensitive as Mario Kart 64 is. I'm not entirely sure about that, but... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels like it's controlling really well, so, yeah. Instead, I'm able to make very fine movements. Yeah, in fact, this may... Actually, you know what? Now I'm actually in a race. It actually feels maybe even a bit smoother than Mario Kart 64, interestingly enough. I'm not entirely sure why, but... yeah. I'm able to make very fine adjustments to the racing. Yeah, because, I mean, on that Brawler 64, when I would move the control stick a little bit, first off, it would take a while to register because it didn't have a good... Or it had a big dead zone. And then when it did register, it would be too sensitive, which... Yeah, it actually works pretty well in Smash Brothers, but on other games like this, Brawler 64 isn't the greatest. But yeah, this feels really good. There's like zero dead zone almost. So I'm not like running into walls and stuff. Like the Brawler 64 was literally like almost like that when I was steering. And then you'd always like get off course. I mean, it probably wasn't that dramatic, but it was pretty dramatic. It was like using D-pad almost to steer. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, we'll put Diddy Kong Racing in the good game pile. So yeah, great. So far, so good. Alright, now let's actually do a game that I'm sure has Rumble feature. Do a flying game, Star Fox 64. Okay, let me go grab my Rumble pack. Okay, magical pause in the video, I have my Rumble pack. Alright. So, plug that memory pack, and then, yeah, this should just plug in pretty nicely. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it feels great. Yeah, and it doesn't come out when it's in there, so, yeah, great. Yeah, it really feels like a original N64 controller. Yeah, I'm, so far, pretty impressed. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on this game. See what happens. Let's see. I was talking. Alright. Oh, yeah, the Rumble pack's working. Great. Do some barrel rolls there. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, so the Rumble pack's working.
watch out.
Awesome.
On your tail.
Yeah, this Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack, by the way, is
Help me!
it feels really good.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah, I don't know. When the Switch first came out, I was pretty impressed with HD Rumble, and it is pretty cool on like 1-2 Switch, but yeah, I don't know. To tell you the truth, it's kind of weak now, and it kind of just doesn't feel that good. I actually kind of prefer the Nintendo 64 Rumble. Yeah, because I mean, there's still different like levels of Rumble. I don't know. It still feels like HD, but it's more intense. So yeah, anyway, I like this Rumble a lot. But yeah, the fine. I mean, look at this fine. Another reason why I wanted to do this game is because there's fine controls in this fine, and so you can see I'm able to very make these fine adjustments in the air, and so yeah, it feels really good. Yeah, it feels awesome. Okay, great. Star Fox 64 is another good game pile. Looks like this is another one I bought at that same place for $3. Yeah. All right. Okay, now let's do a game where there's some aiming. So let's go ahead and put in Zelda Nymphia's Adventure. This is going to, I guess, be kind of similar to Star Fox 64. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just interested to see what aiming feels like. Let's go out here and just kind of aim at some stuff. I guess we could have done target practice on the poor fish. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Let's do target practice on the fish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this feels great. Look at this fine control. Look at this fine movement you can do. Yeah. Sorry, fish. Good thing you're invincible. Yeah, I mean... but then side to side, yeah, it feels great up and down, so if you have to move quickly, there is that fine control, but then when you need to make the fine adjustments, yeah, you just push slightly and you're able to, yeah, do that. That is awesome. Wow. Okay, well, Zelda is another good game pile, I guess. Great. All right, well, so far all the games I've tested I've been going to the good pile, so last one we're going to do is we'll do Smash Reflex, or Reflex. You do need good reflexes, but it's a Smash Remix. Yeah, and I have the EverDrive here. Yeah, I really like this little TV. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and go into this. And actually, you know what? This might be a good opportunity to test this against the other controls I have, so hold on one second. Okay, there we go. I plugged in some more controllers, so you see in first player we have this TeknoGame controller that we're reviewing. And then second player we have the original controller that it's based off of with the loose thumbstick, which seems to be unavoidable. And then in third player we have the this controller where I have the modded GameCube stick. And then over here we have the Nintendo Switch Online Nintendo 64 controller, which is connected with a Blue Retro USB adapter. So anyway, let's go into a versus match and test this out. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead into a versus match here. Yeah, okay, so here's the Retro Fighter, or the not Retro Fighter, the TeknoGame controller. Yeah, just choose different characters here. Then here's the original Nintendo 64 controller. Yeah, I would say that maybe the sensitivity is a little bit better on this controller. Yeah, it's definitely a lot looser, that's for sure. Alright, I guess we can just do different characters. Okay, and then here's the blue controller that I did the mod on. Yeah, this one feels really good too. Okay, and then we'll use the Nintendo 64 Online controller in this thing here. Let's go to this place. Alright, so I'm going to start using this TeknoGame controller. Yeah, it feels good. Let's see what the tilts feel good so far. Yeah, not mistaken for smash attacks. Sometimes if controllers are oversensitive, then yeah, we'll mistake the tilts for smash attacks, but yeah, that's not happening here, so that's good. Great. Alright, nice. Yeah, and it's not mistaken for like tap jumps. So like if I do tap all the way up, then it obviously jumps, but when I just want to tilt, it just feels natural. So yeah, feels great. Okay, cool. And then let's go ahead and I'm going to test with the original N64 controller, see what that feels like. Yeah, you can tell it's definitely harder to get those inputs in when there's a loose stick. You definitely have to push a little bit farther than what you usually have to. But yeah, it's still functional for sure. Yeah, just have to get used to the used stick. See, I actually did a smash attack there, I think, by accident. Oh no, I guess I didn't, but yeah, anyway. You do have to, yeah. Loose stick definitely isn't ideal, but it's not the worst, I guess. Alright, and then let's test that modded controller that I have. Let's see. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, again, there's the modded controller. Nice. Yeah. So far, so good. Yep. And let's pull off all the tilts and stuff. Yeah, this modded controller does also feel well. Very good. So really, I guess I don't know. I mean, yeah, the modded controller and the TeknoGame controller are very similar, I must say. Yeah, I guess one thing that the modded controller has that the Tekno doesn't is it does have the different gates and the octagon gate. Like it has the notches that it actually goes into, whereas the TeknoGame is smooth, like I said before. But I mean, yeah, I guess that's kind of personal preference again. But yeah, but besides that, I mean, yeah, the sensitivity feels pretty similar. Yeah. Great. All right. Cool. All right, and then last but not least, let's do the official Nintendo 64 online controller. Oh, this is Link. Nice. Yeah, this one also feels very good. Obviously, feels like this one is definitely the closest feeling to, I think, probably the original Nintendo 64 controller. It's just that now, obviously, this stick is really good. Yeah, Nintendo definitely fixed the stick problems with this controller. So yeah, definitely like this. I don't know. I might say this might be my favorite, just because it feels so close to the original. But yeah, I mean, to tell you the truth, this TeknoGame controller is not far off, and it's wired, and so you don't have to worry about batteries, except for the rumble pack, I guess. But yeah, I mean, the sensitivity on this thing is awesome. Very, very similar to the original controller. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, rumble works great. Cool. Alright, well, let's see here. I guess one more thing I want to do is let's go back to Mario Kart one more time. And I just wanted to show the difference between a good sensitivity controller and a bad sensitivity controller. So, yeah, hold on one second. Oh, I almost forgot. I'll turn that off. And then we're going to move the Smash 64/Everdrive game into the good game pile. Nice. Okay. Alright, yeah, so anyway, let me get this set up. Alright. Okay, so let's turn on Mario Kart 64 one more time. Yeah, and then this time, we're going to be using the same controllers as before. Well, actually, sorry, take that back. We're going to be switching things up a little bit. So obviously we'll still be using the TeknoGame for first player, and then we'll use the original Nintendo 64 for second player. But then for third player, decided to use this third-party Nintendo 64 controller from back in the day. I don't know what it is with a bunch of these third-party controllers, but it's like the little knob on here gets like broken off on like almost all of them, or at least a lot of them, and so it just is like this metal piece that like punctures your thumb. Yeah, my friend Lance and Neon had a controller like this too, and my dad actually like glued a knob on the top of it, and so that's what he used. But anyway, yeah. And then the fourth player controller is going to be this Retro Fighter controller, which didn't have the greatest sensitivity before. If you saw my other video, yeah. Let's go ahead and just go into a 4-player match real quick. Just kind of test this out.
your blade. Let's go.
Let's push A on all of these.
Yahoo!
Whichever the default players are.
Select man.
Okay, let's go to this Wario place, I guess. Oh, wait, where's the Wario? Oh, there it is. Wario Stadium. Oh, I probably shouldn't have gone here. Yeah, because there's a bunch of like hills and stuff. Oh, this is okay, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, so moving around. So this is the TeknoGame control that we're reviewing, and yeah, as like we said before, the sensitivity feels pretty good. Okay, great. All right, so now we'll do second player with the original Nintendo 64 controller. This is Luigi. Yeah, this one, this loose stick. Oh man. But yeah, I mean the sensitivity is still there. It's just that you have to really get past that dead zone of all the kind of plastic that's gone away. And I mean this stick isn't even in like the worst condition ever. Like it is in bad condition, but it isn't the worst. The very bad. Like this isn't the worst stick I've ever seen for the 64. My old green controller before I switched out with the mod had a much worse stick. But anyway, now let's go ahead and test this painful control and try not to push too hard so I don't make my thumb bleed. Well, yeah, this one has a very big dead zone. So you can see there's not really much fine movement here. You can see Peach, once it finally registers, it kind of... Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not being fair. Maybe it's because it's... No, yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, there is a dead zone where you have to push it a little farther for it to actually register. Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know. And maybe it's because it's missing the knob, you know... But, yeah, anyway. Just... Yeah. Doesn't feel as good as the other one. Okay, now we're doing the Brawler 64, so let's see what this one feels like. Oh yeah, this is definitely the... Well, yeah, this one and the other one. Between this one and the other one are the worst. So it's a large dead zone, and then when it finally does register, then it, like, jolts over to the other side, almost like a D-pad. Yeah, it's quite... I don't know, it's not the worst experience, but it's definitely not as sensitive in a good way as, like, the original controller or the... apparently this TeknoGame controller. I think this might secretly be like one of the best third-party controllers available for the Nintendo 64, which is pretty impressive. At least this first impression stuff. But yeah, I mean, finding a controller that is better than this hyped Retro Fighters Brawler 64, I think is a pretty impressive feat, especially one that costs much less. But anyway. Yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Let me know what you think, and I'll leave, like I said, I'll leave affiliate links in the description. And yeah, the affiliate links don't cost you any more money, but Amazon just share some of what they make back with me to help build the channel. So anyway, if you want to try out one of these awesome controllers, I'd appreciate if you use the affiliate links. But either way, even if you don't, yeah, I definitely recommend these controllers. And yeah, go ahead and go out and get one if you want a good, high-quality controller. At least the one I got was really good. So anyway, if there's any updates or if I find something out that doesn't work as good, then I'll let you know, or if it starts to degrade over time. But yeah, so far it feels great, and yeah, it definitely is preferable. The stick is definitely preferable over the original stick. So anyway, yeah, I guess we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.